This ain't that. My folks don't play with me.
Let defense counsel know that he was supposed to turn himself in last week. We gave him the opportunity. They didn't turn him in. He, as far as we were concerned, was a fugitive for the last week. The arrest warrant was signed apparently, I believe it was on Tuesday or Wednesday. They've been looking for him, and they turned several times where he was supposed to turn him in. They canceled.
He's here
so again,
now.
Judge,
What's the
yes,
issue?
Judge.
This is an aggravated battery. He's entitled to a bond. The standard bond is $10,000, and that's what I'm setting. The $10,000 bond with the hold for the division judge. Case number, hold him for case number F20-14135B. And you'll see your judge tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Expect Shiesty charged in Miami with aggravated battery with a firearm. If convicted, he faces a mandatory minimum of 20 years on that charge. No lie. The cops say that he was at King of Diamonds nightclub in Miami, and that after his set, the security is escorting him out. He drops some money on the floor. He ends up shooting at the ground. That hits a security guard in the ankle. They're charging him with aggravated battery with assault on a firearm. He turned himself in tonight. His bond hearing will be in the morning, so we'll get a decision on whether or not he's going to be out on bond tomorrow morning or sometime thereafter. Interestingly, he will probably go in front of the same magistrate judge in Florida that he was before back in October when he was charged with aggravated assault with a firearm and some other charges. What's going to happen here? Listen, I think he'll get out on bond. Last time the charges were worse. There was a semi-automatic weapon involved, and they let him out on a $30,000 bond. This time, he can argue there was no intent. He wasn't trying to shoot anyone. It could have been an accidental discharge. Maybe someone else had a gun out. I certainly would take my gun out if someone else took a gun out in a crazy scene like that. Pooh Shiesty gets a bond. The magistrate judge set a bond of $10,000 on his charge for aggravated battery with a firearm involving shots at the KOD nightclub in Miami. In setting the bond, the magistrate judge said, however, that the prior charges from back in October are a different case, and that the judge in that case will have the opportunity to review whether or not to revoke the bond in that prior case. So Pooh's not out of the woods yet. He's got the $10,000 bond on these new charges. His old judge will now probably tomorrow or someday very soon look at the old bond and decide whether or not to revoke it. Hopefully Pooh Shiesty can stay free. Some other interesting details that came out at the bond hearing. The government is contending that the security guard at KOD nightclub alleges that the gun was pointed at him and he jumped. He jumped to avoid the shot, and that's how he got shot in the ankle. Very, very interesting development. We will see whether or not the government has the evidence to meet these charges. But as far as that bond granted $10,000. That bond, that's a big W for him. However, he's not going to get out just yet. He has to go in front of another judge. He has another open case in Florida, and so he's going to go in front of that judge tomorrow. We'll find out around tomorrow afternoon, most likely, whether or not he's going to get out pending trial.
This ain't that. My folks don't play with me.